Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast, and today we're going to review the Xfinity Series race from Auto Club Speedway, and it has finally happened. Kyle Busch has been defeated in the Xfinity Series.
And if you listen to our video on Friday about our fast picks, you'll know that was going to say he's getting dethroned.
He did get dethroned. We didn't pick the right winner, but congratulations to Cole Custer on the win.
Yes.
Let's rewind it back and review how Kyle Busch lost his race. So Tyler Reddick would win the pole, and Kyle Busch would get outside pole. Great lap by Tyler Reddick.
Yes, he's really showing some promising speed right now with RCR. He's really brings it every week. You know, he's always right there at the back door. Kyle Busch. So.
Now on the restart, Kyle Busch would take the lead momentarily to lead lap 1, and then Tyler Reddick would just charge right back to lead lap 2. And then eventually Busch would reel him back in again, pass him, and win the stage.
Yes, really awesome seeing Tyler Reddick really not giving up and really giving Kyle a run for his money.
And stage 2, we didn't see much out of that stage either. Would have the pit stops. Kyle Busch would be out first. Busch would pretty much dominate the stage. Noah Gragson would have a flat tire. Then we would see the 13 and the 35 slow on pit road. 35 needed some help and get a push, and the 13 did that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You don't really see it a whole lot during a race. You know, they just kind of pushed him in. I think he's low on power or something, or ran out of gas. But he gave him a little push to the pits. It's pretty awesome.
And then basically everything else, you know, nothing really happened besides Kyle Busch winning the stage. And we saw in the past 2 weeks, Kyle Busch did not win a stage but won the race. This time he won both stages but not the race. So then we move on to stage 3. Kyle Busch would win off pit road. Christopher Bell in second, but Bell would have to come back down pit road because he's having some throttle issues.
Yeah, somebody just said he needed a tougher spring because the throttle was getting hung up, and he had to take the pedal and kind of pull it up so it wouldn't get hung up. I mean, that's really hard if you need to slow down.
And then Nemechek would go hard into the wall after being turned by Ryan Sieg, and that would be a caution. And then we would see some strategy maybe with some of the cars.
Yeah, John Hunter Nemechek was really racing hard with Cindric. Cindric just got around him. I believe John Hunter was trying to duck in behind him, but Ryan Sieg was right there and just spun him around. And really, it's a really hard crash into the inside wall.
Yeah, Cindric and Nemechek were battling for, you know, all race long.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and then finally an incident would happen.
Yeah, I don't think really Austin really liked him racing in that way, and I think he's getting a little upset over the radio.
Yeah, he said, you know, we'll wreck him, and then he goes, oh, he didn't have to.
He's wrecking behind you.
So most of them would pit. Gragson, though, would not pit because he got down a set of tires. So a little bit of strategy trying to get back on the same set of tires.
Yeah, his off sequence with the tires strategy and all. So it's just he's had to stay out there anyway.
Once again, Kyle Busch will win off pit road. Then the restart, Noah Gragson would lead. Kyle Busch would take the lead from Noah Gragson very easily, but Gragson did have a awesome restart there.
Yes, he's trying to. I believe Allgaier gave him a good push right there, and got off to a good start. But with the older tires, he just couldn't hold the tighten the turns.
Then Cole Custer, though, would battle his way to the lead momentarily, led a few laps there, showing some great short run speed.
Yeah, gave Kyle a good run for his money, and
they would see Kyle Busch challenge him, take it right back, and Custer would take it right back, and then Busch would come and take it right back. It was a great battle between them two.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of equal. But I believe Kyle finally won the battle that time.
But would he win the war? Then after that, Tyler Reddick would hit the wall and have a flat tire. We saw him; he was probably, better than Kyle Busch on the longer runs, and now I wouldn't say he's out of it, but he's definitely far away from where he was.
Yes, he actually hit the wall during practice, and spun some in practice, and said he had a good car. So, well, I guess you can spin and still have a good car.
Then we'd have a caution for the 22 of Cindric, who spun. I believe he just got too loose and went for a little ride there.
Yeah, I noticed he was a little loose most of the day anyway.
Yeah. Then we'd have some pit stops again. Kyle Busch would have an issue with one of the tires, couldn't get it out because the jack wasn't all the way up. And then we saw more issues for Kyle Busch because he had an uncontrolled tire.
Yes, and I think this really where his race, he just lost the race.
And Christopher Bell would take the lead. He battled those issues with his throttle all day, but pit crew really helped him not win the race, but pretty much, give him a better position than he would have.
Yeah, I don't think he was really happy with his car all day, but it did come to a good finish.
Then it would be Bell versus Custer. Bell would fight Custer for a few laps, and then Custer would just cruise on. He's looking in his rear view, asking, where is Kyle Busch? Did he, make up all the ground? And then to help Kyle Busch, Ryan Preece would have a crash. And that would also, well, actually, it was Brandon Jones who initiated the crash, and then...
Yeah, Brandon Jones got loose, spun around, and Ryan Preece tried to miss it, and he spun. So. Yeah. Everybody's like, no, not the caution.
No, not the cheese car. Yeah, so this really gave Kyle Busch a great shot. He had, probably the best car all day.
Yeah, at this point, I believe he raced his way all the way back up to 5th. So, I was like, man, let them boys go race it out. And then, I didn't know if Busch would make it interesting at the end, but this really helped Kyle Busch's chance.
Then the leaders would pit. Bell would lead off pit road once again. Then Michael Annett and Noah Gragson would stay out. They're hoping for a caution, which never happened. So unfortunately for them, they didn't get their break, but still worth a shot.
Yeah, I believe they was out of tires anyway, so they just had to stay out.
And then Michael Annett and Gragson versus pretty much everyone, as they would just cruise right on by. Cole Custer would take the lead, and we thought, oh man, it's Kyle Busch's day because he was like only a second back.
Yeah.
He only needed to pass Christopher Bell. But as soon as he passed Christopher Bell, we never saw him get up to Cole Custer.
No, I mean, they pretty much mirrored each other's times and stuff. So, and then Kyle kept searching around, and when he searched around trying to find better grip, he actually lost more time.
Yeah, and Cole Custer has given us something else to talk about in this podcast. The past like 2 or 3 weeks, we've been talking about Kyle Busch winning these races, dominating. So finally, a new news story.
Yes, I believe one thing that really worries Kyle Busch is these Ford Mustangs.
Yeah, first win for the Ford Mustang in the Xfinity Series this year, and we may see that come more often because we're going to Texas next time, which is, I believe, in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And last time that we were there, Cole Custer won there as well.
He's getting pretty good on these 1.5-mile tracks.
Yeah, so we'll see.
California's 2 miles? But
yeah, it's a little more than 1.5 miles.
Yes.
I'm not sure the exact mileage on it, but yeah, these sorts of racetracks really suit Cole Custer and also Tyler Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Cole Custer now locked into the playoffs. This is the first time he's done it this early in the year.
Yeah, it's really good to see an Xfinity regular go and beat one of the Cup drivers, and especially Kyle Busch. I know he's going for his 200th win. And at one time, as a joke, as Kyle was chasing him, the 200 was chasing him with Tyler Reddick and Cole Custer.
The 0-0 beat him, so
yeah. So it's really good to see Xfinity regular beat out the Cup drivers. It just makes them step up their game a little more.
Yeah, this is something we're going to talk about in the video in a few days. But this helps Cole Custer a lot because he beat Kyle Busch. He's going to get more fan exposure, and more sponsors were going to look at this guy and say,
Yeah.
we want to sponsor him because he beat Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
We want to, if he can beat him, we really want him.
And especially at this track, I believe the last 23 times a Cup driver has won this.
We only go there once. So
Yeah.
that's been like 23 years maybe. I'm not sure if we went twice before, but that's a long time.
That's a long time, and Cole Custer got it.
Making history out there.
Yes.
And at his home track.
Yeah, he's making a name here.
Yes, that's what it's all about. And he indeed made his name today in California. So that was our race review. It was a pretty awesome race. It's cool to see these guys make some changes to their cars and how that they could beat Kyle Busch. I wasn't expecting Cole Custer to be the guy. I thought it was going to be Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
But Cole Custer impressed me today with that speed and the way that the team was able to make changes to the car to beat the 18. So spot on by Storthaus Racing.
Yeah, and especially with Chase Briscoe, he finished the top 5.
Yeah, he struggled most of the day, like around 10th, and then all of a sudden he's the top 5 car. So a lot of good things going for Storthaus and also for Ford.
Yes, this is Chase Briscoe's first time being at this track. So good job by him.
Yeah, it was a lot of people's first time at this track, and most of them did pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is our race review. It is now time for our sponsor spotlight. And who is in the spotlight today?
RepairableVehicles.com. So we thank them for being in the sport. If you would, you can go to their Twitter and just tell them thank y'all for your support. And they sponsor Jeremy Clements in the 51 car. And he's actually running very well this year too. He's got several top 15s.
Yeah, he had a great run today. But yeah, I believe that is all we have for today. It was an awesome race. It was great to, talk about finally someone has beaten Kyle Busch and we can say more words on the podcast.
Yes.
But
it didn't make us look too bad on Friday. Said we was going to get dethroned, and we're correct. So that's a good plus for us.
Yeah, we're finally taking off that repeat button. So we'll see you not next week for the Xfinity, but next week we'll be back in the trucks. We're going to review the trucks, and also we'll be there in person to watch this race. So it's going to be pretty exciting for us.
Oh yes,
first truck race in a long time.
Yeah,
for us anyway.
Yeah, I think last one we seen was at Charlotte a long time ago.
Back in like the really old models of trucks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really cool to get to see them on track again.
Yes.
We'll see you then for the review. It may be a little late, probably on Monday, maybe Sundays. We'll see.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you then. Click subscribe if you really enjoy this video. We'll see you in the next episode.